Hello everyone. Hello hiker, good luck with your work. Everybody, don't forget to get your tea, get your water, snacks. I'm gonna go make my tea. There's an ad break that's gonna start in about 4 minutes. And then after that passes, we'll dive in. You have coffee? Enjoy it for me, please. Deviled eggs? You're crazy. Enjoy them. I am not a deviled egg person, but more power to you. I mean, they're on theme, so I won't... you get points for that, to be honest. Hello, Feral Crayon. Welcome in. You're about to order your first crochet yarn and hooks. Hell yeah. Well, we're here if you need any advice. Oh, here we go. Trying to remember who had fun Halloween skins. I love this one. The spider is has got a cute Halloween skin. I'm not gonna lie, it does freak me out just a little bit. Like, it's very cute, but there's still a part of my brain that's going, that's a spider. So I don't love it the most, but it is cute. I acknowledge that. Hello, Lashes. I hope everyone is having a good time zone. You got the kitchen DLC? Hell yeah. Okay, ad break is starting. Let's get that out of the way. Alright, welcome back from Adele Limbo, everyone. Setting up Spirit City while you eat, and then you'll work on crocheting so you get ready for work? Hell yeah, I love the Spirit City has just spread through the community. Is Stardew Night for your group? Hell yeah. Alright. Before we fully get into it here, does anybody have any goals that they would like to add to the task list? I need to remember to ask that. Yes, okay, excellent. I'm gonna probably make a channel point redeem for that so that it's more clear how to do that in the future, but y'all just let me know. You just do !task if you wanna add it, and then I'll know. I'll just copy paste whatever you say. Okay, just let me know what you wanna add, Yazzie. Swap back over here really quick. Okay, get rid of those from yesterday. So we've got for Scarlet. You just bought Spirit City? I sold you on it? Hell yeah. Welcome in. Thanks so much for joining us, Crow Kid. Yeah, it's it has been a sensation, I would say. Like, so many people have downloaded it because of the stream. And, like, everyone thank Eyes and Buns, because my wife was the one to get me into it in the first place and make me realize what a great option it would be. Hell yeah. Oh no, all black and dusty conditions. It's dangerous, it's true. Finish the last hour of work. You got this in the bag, Hiker. Finish painting your nails. That's a fun one. Gonna go make your coffee? Excellent. guess I'll put mine on here. Why not? I'm part of this too. Alright, get your lurk on, hiker. Do the dishes! Oh. Lashes. Truly has the most difficult task today. Account review times 5. Sounds like you're doing adult things over there. Homo homecoming dance tonight? That sounds so fun, Juju. Okay, if there are any more, I'll come back in and add those. That's totally fine. Go ahead and use up the rest of that. You finished your bluey stuffy yesterday? Hell yeah. Good job. Oh, no coffee for you today, Scarlett? Well, it's good to know. Sometimes it's, it can be like a really nice treat to drink a bunch of water, you know? Like when you just really need it, it tastes so good. That's what I need. It's always kind of awkward. I feel like joining it on the end of the row, but there we go. Yeah, I definitely had to get up and chug water this morning. Okay, spaghetti time. Here we go. Alright, anybody watch Critical Role last night? Or planning to watch it later today? Who was absolutely gagged? Post-sleep water always tastes better for some reason. It's true. You wake up and you're dehydrated as hell. That's what I'm saying. It's like because you really need it, and so it's divine. Oh, you forgot? That's okay. Plenty of opportunity to watch. Yeah, we were stressing because Twitch kept like buffering on the TV, and so we were really scared that it wasn't gonna work and that we were gonna like miss the live event. But that's okay. We would have had access to the VOD. You're excited to watch the Ed Gein Monster series on Netflix? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy. That's who it is, right? It's behind it. Oh, Ryan Murphy. You gotta go do dishes. Good luck with that, Lashes. You have a wonky schedule, so it'll be better to get into the habit of watching the VODs. Yeah, that makes sense. It can be a tricky time slot for sure. Yeah, where we are now, since we're on Pacific time, it's definitely a lot easier for us to watch than it used to be when we were on the Eastern time zone. You know, especially because at that time, I usually had to work the next day at a normal working time, and that definitely made it tricky. Yeah, so much easier to watch live out here for sure. Wrapped up around 11 or 11:30 for us, I think. So yeah, very reasonable. Yeah, Ryan Murphy's one of the program creators. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. I'm interested in seeing I think you see it Meduzone react to it on YouTube. She's working on a whole like deep dive into the Edgain lore, because it is so like often misrepresented. And so I know at some point she's gonna do like a separate thing and like watch the series and react to it. So I'm really interested to see what she has to say about it. It's like I'm really interested in stuff like that, like true crime and everything, but I also feel like, you know, we still have a lot of people who fall into the like sensationalization of serial killers and sort of like focusing on like glamorizing their images and stuff rather than like, you know, talking about victims and things like that. So I don't know. I feel like I've fallen a bit out of love with things like that. You love watching Bailey Sarian? Bailey Sarian is fun. I think my favorite episode that she's done of what is it? What is her series called? Dark History. Is literally just the first one. Absolutely fascinating. It's like if you don't listen to anything else from Dark History, just listen to the first episode. At least the first episode that's like on the podcast version. Fascinating. And so well presented. Like, I love the tone that she takes with it. There's been other things that she's covered that I felt like, I don't know. I feel like this wasn't the best representation of this, but like, a lot of her stuff I have really enjoyed, yeah, and that first episode in particular, because I've never heard anybody talk about that before. The murder mystery and makeup is... So Dark History is like a spin-off of that one, right? Or is it the other way around? Because I know that she had one of them that came first. Versus, yeah, murder mystery and makeup. Yeah, I remember her talking about that, like how she got started with the makeup thing, which is cool. I think that's like a really cool way to do it, and it makes a lot of sense. I am using a 1.3 millimeter hook. Real teeny little guy. feel like I need to like not make the same mistake that I did yesterday and get super distracted during this part. Because I know that I left myself some mistakes to make up for yesterday, so I need to keep an eye out for those for sure. It's like I never actually found where the issue originated from yesterday. I corrected it, but, or rather, I, countered it by adding a stitch, but I didn't actually go far enough back to fully correct it. So I'm gonna have to make another correction somewhere to, like, actually get back on track with that. So that I do not continue to actually be a little bit off. But usually it becomes pretty obvious. Like I'll find the next spot where things stop adding up because I've technically shifted over a little bit. But this is probably one of the best places to be making a mistake, because, I mean, this in particular, everything is so blended together, and so many of the greens are so similar. It really does make a difference, though. All the different shades. You know, think of it like painting, really. Painting, it makes a huge difference if you know, shade things versus just use all the same color. So visually, you get a lot of blending with all of these different shades of green. I had a, piece that I was working on simultaneous to this one that I actually finished I think last week, and I had to eliminate some of the color changes in that one to make it more affordable for my client, and definitely still worked well, definitely still looks good, but it was interesting to get the opportunity to really note the difference when you just have flat color versus when you add all that dithering in. Catch up here. You still need to prep your canvas to cross-stitch that map? Hell yeah. Is there a pattern for a cross-stitch version of the map? Yes. Yes, I linked an account on Instagram that I can link again if needed. I'm just catching up on chat here. Thank you so much, Yuki Law. Welcome in. Appreciate having you here. Oh my gosh, Mambo, that sounds amazing. Yeah, let me grab that pattern for you really quick, Crayon, because I know exactly where it is. So you'll need Dropbox, but they have it linked in their bio. Okay, now let me figure out where I am again. I found it. Okay, I got it. Yeah, gosh, I love how the forest looks, but I'm gonna be really excited to be done with it. It won't be too much longer now. I will be out of these woods anyway. There's woods on the other side now, but I'll at least be out of these woods before this quarter of the map is finished with, so that'll be so nice. And then it's just those open rolling hills at the top that I think are gonna go so much faster. Spirit City, you got it. Whatever spirit you think downloaded thousands of songs on LimeWire in 2004 and lived in semi-constant fear of being caught by the FBI. I feel like this is... I mean, is that not 8-bit? Oh, is it the Napster hamster? Ham stereo? Yeah, yep. Definitely ham stereo. I mean, he's also got a cute little Halloween. Look at how small he is! Oh my god. Hang on, let me see if there's an activity that puts him in like a more noticeable place. Oh my god, the reading one! I like this one. He's so focused. He play little game. Yeah, his tiny little console is so ridiculous. His mom got a letter in the mail for sure. I need him on a laptop downloading pirated content. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go over to the desk. Let's see what he does when we hop on our computer. Just listens to his music. Here, we'll have him gaming. How about that? Then we can pretend he's on an iPad. He looks like an iPad kid. How do I not stab my own finger? I mean, it's not sharp. I guess it's a little pointy, but... There are definitely times when I do stab my own finger. Not with the hook, but with needles and stuff, so... That doesn't really, intimidate me anymore. Like, I grew up hand sewing. I really enjoyed making clothes for my dolls and stuff, so definitely have pricked my fingers plenty of times. And then when I was in college, I got my degree in printmaking, so if you know anything about printmaking, especially relief carving, you know that you are guaranteed to gouge out chunks of your own fingers with those V-gouges. Those things are sharp as fuck. And so yeah, I was regularly taking chunks out of my hands. When I was a freshman, at the end of my freshman year, I was moving out of my dorm room, and I had just finished cleaning out my entire dorm room, and so we were just waiting for the RA to come and like finish checking us out. And I sat down on the bed, and I had an X-Acto knife in my bag, and my hand just kind of, as I sat down, like relaxed and like bumped into my bag, and the top that I had put on the X-Acto knife had come off, and I literally punched an X-Acto knife. So that was fun. I was like, I just cleaned up my own whole dorm room, and now I'm getting blood everywhere. So all this to say, I'm not intimidated by the idea of stabbing myself. Because I've done it plenty. Yeah, I was like, I think where my head was at was like, if you freak out, I'm gonna freak out, and I can't handle you freaking out right now, so... At least I didn't get blood all over my sheets. I mean, cleaning off that, you know, army mattress thing, was definitely, you know, a lot easier to deal with than sheets would have been, so. You have 6 stitches in your index finger? What'd you do? Did I find it? Did I find the place where I messed up originally? That's... okay. 3, 4... No? Am I just messing up all over again? Oh, yes I am. Don't worry, I got it. Dying hamster cage while cutting towards yourself with a knife. Oh, that'll get you. Did the hamster cage at least end well? Yes, it did. After taking a trip to Instacare. A 90-second ad break is starting. Adele. Oh, thank goodness. Welcome back from Adele Limbo. I can't wait to start crochet and then immediately quit when it doesn't go fast enough. No, you can do this. You just gotta find something that feels satisfying. I feel like a lot of the ADHD crowd swears by amigurumi. I love amigurumi and my ADHD. Only I could answer that question for you. Making a million granny squares of different kinds is also satisfying. I like granny squares. I am definitely use granny squares as a learning tool person. But I know that some people are like really turned off by them, which is totally fine. But that's why I say I feel like the 3 main learning tools for when you're first starting is, yeah, like pot holders and washcloths, so basically like making rectangles, making granny squares, or making amigurumi. I feel like those are the 3 places that I would recommend people start, and if you try one of them and you hate it, try one of the other 2. You're gonna start corner to corner crochet blanket of Princess Peach? Oh my god. Just when you start getting good at a skill, you immediately lose interest. Well, here's the thing, is that you can get good at the basics of crochet, right? And that's awesome. But there is so much other stuff to explore. Like, just because you can make a rectangle, that doesn't mean you know, have gotten good at tapestry crochet, right? And just because you can do tapestry crochet, that doesn't mean you understand how to make a sweater. And, you know, just because you can make a sweater, that doesn't mean you're good at amigurumi. So I feel like within crochet, there are lots of ways to top yourself, and that's what really keeps it interesting for me, is that I'm always looking for ways to explore something new. I think that's a good way to summarize it, Mumbo. Yeah, absolutely. And then granny squares also give you the working in the round skills. You went to make a dragon plushie because you love dragons? Hell yeah, that sounds like a great project. Okay, Lashes is saying baby hats. And donate them. That's a great idea. My first project ever was actually a hat. An adult-sized hat, but you can make a very simple beanie pattern by essentially making a rectangle of rib stitch and then sewing it up the side and cinching the top together. It's kind of clunky in my opinion, but very easy first project, so... you got to catch a stream an hour earlier today. Hell yeah. Welcome in, Pumpkin Cat. What are you up to today? For any newcomers, too, if you would like to add your goals for the day to the task list, you can find out how to do that with the pinned message. Is it still pinned? Did it go away? I think it went away. Hang on. I must have done 20 minutes instead of the full stream. There we go. Now it'll do it. Oh, that's so cute. Your first was also a hat? Hell yeah. Now you've made so many. Yeah, I definitely have a different approach to making beanies now. You have an MCR beanie. You don't want to betray your one hat by making another hat. You're making one for your roommate with the exact method. Yeah, it's a good way to go. I have another very nice beanie pattern that's pretty simple as well. If you're ever looking for a new one, it's a free pattern. It's not my pattern, I got it from Ravelry, but I use it a lot. Hello, fellow NB crochet artist. Hell yeah, welcome in. Yeah, we got a lot of them in here. You've come to the right place. We've got a whole community going over on Discord. almost out of the woods. Still haven't found where I messed up. Thanks for showing everyone the Discord there, Mambo. Has anyone considered using the journal feature to track a mood blanket? I think that's a really good idea, Scarlett. I'm definitely intrigued by the journal feature. I would like to use it for something. But I'm not sure what. It has little prompts. That's cool. I like the idea of sort of doing them after the fact, you know? So it's not like trying to be consistent with crocheting every day, because that overwhelms me. Like, I know that probably seems weird because I've been, you know, so consistent with this project, but like I take breaks. I take, you know, there are gaps in me working on this for sure. If I had to do this every single day, I would not be able to keep up with it. It would overwhelm me for sure. So things that I have to do every single day tend to not stick for me. So like recording notes through the week and then once a week going in, or you know, however often, and adding to your blanket can be a good way to potentially make it a little bit less intimidating, depending on what it is about it that's got you kind of uncertain. Okay, well, I guess we'll never know what I did, because I didn't find it. Sounds a lot less intimidating, but you're just paranoid from the last temperature blanket you almost completed. What do you mean you almost completed it? What happened? You just looked through it, it went from January 2022 directly to August 2023 and then February 2024. Relatable. No, cat pee? That's awful. That's awful. Oh my god, it's the anniversary. Well, now's your time to light a candle for that project. You know, it's been long enough. It's been at least a year, I'm guessing. And, you know, put it behind you. Have your Samhain moment of, you know, parting words with the dead. And then you can start fresh in 2026 or something with a mood blanket. Two years? That's long enough. Oh, you gotta clean up your room? You can do it. You can do it. It won't be so bad. Yes, we're gonna make it, put it on the task list. We're gonna get you some dopamine when you, get through it. Just close an organization. You got this. Clean your room and wash your clothes. Let me update. Hello, let me click on it, please. Hell yeah. I like the little scribbling writing noise that it makes. Oh, you can't disturb your cat. That's against the law. You can't start your corner to corner until you get your new crochet hooks. Well, tomorrow is not so far away. That's... Bummer you can't start on it now, but... You're almost there. Now's your chance to, you know, you got any unfinished business to clear up? Any whips? Maybe something that needs its, ends woven in? Despite being naughty earlier today. That's the thing about when you're a cat, is that you get to be a bad little baby as much as you want, and you're still a precious, adorable angel who deserves everything in the whole world and shouldn't ever be disturbed. Just being the star she is. Truly. One of my kitties decided to jump into the bathtub today while it was full of wet clothes and water because our washing machine is currently broken, because when we told maintenance about it, the maintenance man came and looked at it and was like, it's not broken, you're just doing it wrong, and then didn't do anything to fix it, and now lo and behold, it's even more broken than it was at that point. So I washed my clothes in the bathtub, and I left them to soak for a little bit, and I heard a kerplunk, and then Jude comes running out of the bathroom, and her bottom half was completely soaked, so now she's all curled up on a pillow that is too small for her, like a little angel. Yeah, electricians and their lack of respect for the power of electricity is just... It's like, okay, bro, you do you, I guess. Like, it doesn't really matter how good you are with electricity. It'll still zap you. That's like, it's kind of a phenomenon where the better you are at something, there's like a learning curve, right? Like a bell curve, right? Where when you're brand new at something, or like when you're really good at something, that's when you're most likely to hurt yourself, because when you're brand new, you don't know what you're doing, and when you're super experienced, you have the confidence to think that nothing could ever possibly happen to you, and then you don't pay attention to stuff and like do things like you know, cut things with your table saw without precautions and stuff like that. So you have a certain cat that loves licking plastic grocery bags. That's so special. I love cats. As the child of a former electrician, that person was insane or stupid or both. It's quite a wild choice. I feel like there are plenty of electricians who are also like would not get behind that attitude. You just finished making your intro to the Discord? You found me because my TikToks come on your page all the time, and you just randomly found this stream? That's awesome. Welcome in, Gluten. Happy to have you. You set up your Spirit City, and now you gotta go. Have a great day, Raven. Thanks for stopping in. And excited that you'll get to play with Spirit City later. You just pulled the center of your yarn out of a new skein first try. Hell yeah. I hope that the barf doesn't find you later on. That's the thing about center pulls, is like sometimes they're great, but sometimes it's just sort of like you're just delaying the inevitability. Like you'll find the place where it gets caught halfway through, and then just have to deal with the tangle later on. That's I'm speaking about my own experience right now. I'm talking about me. 4-minute warning before Adele comes. You found a shark costume from last year while you were cleaning your room? Yeah. I feel like that's the ultimate ADHD move, is start putting things on as you discover them while cleaning. Don't get distracted though, we're not playing. Adele's approaching. Your aunt got you a yarn spinner, and so now you use that a lot. Yeah, I'm a big fan of a yarn spinner. Y'all know the Markiplier Kingpin meme? Do I know that one? I was like, well, it's Markiplier. Surely I'll know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure that I do. The butt stabber and blacksmith memes. There's so many good ones. No, I know you're not. I know. There's a Markiplier meme for everything, truly. Yes, let me... I'm gonna get some of y'all pre-approved. Nightbot can do that. I just have to sit down and do it. Oh my god! I love that he's just up in the corner now. Get ready. You've got 1 minute and 20 seconds. He's coming! I'm keeping that for later. Oh my god. Do we need to make it an emote? You're all done, Hiker? Good job. Congratulations. Okay, okay. Yeah. There we go. Haha. Now I get some money. Oh, not the sweaty sunshine. You kind of want to see Adele's face on the buff Junimo? Oh my god. You're done? Hell yeah. Y'all are killing it. He's here! The ad break has started. Done with your dishes and your push goal of sparkling counters. Amazing. Let's go. Welcome back from Adele, everyone. You found your favorite drawing pencil? See, that's why it's nice to clean your room sometimes. You never know. Is she playing in the bags right now, Yuki? We have to watch the cardboard around one of my cats because she will eat it. We're pretty sure that she gave herself pancreatitis one time because she ate the tape off of a cardboard box, so... She's licking it. So silly. You just got to level 36 in Spirit City? That's crazy. How do I organize my swords and lightsabers? Can you put them on the wall? I feel like that's the kind of thing that needs to be displayed on the wall. Or you could put him in an umbrella stand. If that's not an option. Oh, good luck, Lashes. Too many posters? Yeah, umbrella stand could be good. Oh my gosh. Y'all are done at the same... Oh no, you're adding a task. Okay, okay. Well, Crayon is done. Let's see. Y'all are killing it. You need to get Spirit City, it looks adorable. It's pretty adorable. I think it's still on sale right now. It's 40% off, so it's normally only like $12 for the base game. There's a bunch of DLC, but I think right now it's like $7 or $8. You haven't gotten the train one yet? Yeah, the train is still full price right now because it's so new, but I'm sure eventually it'll go on sale. I haven't gotten any of the DLC yet, but, you know, saving up, that'll be a fun thing to look forward to. Maybe I'll make a sub-goal for that or something. We can start unlocking the DLC. Hell yeah. I like that. I like sub-goals definitely being something that's, you know, fun to share together. I will have to get it now, because why not add that to how much I spent on yarn? In for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. You just need to externalize your task. Understandable, for sure. I feel like I am doing that every single week. I think it's so cute. I get so much like reassurance on my posts whenever I talk about like my timeline for this project, of people being like, it's okay, you don't need to finish it in a certain amount of time, we'll still enjoy it. And I appreciate that, don't get me wrong. I think that's very nice of people to say that, and you know, a lot of people really do need to hear that. But for me, a lot of posting on social media is that same concept of externalizing the task, and so I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'm doing it for me, because I cannot be doing this project for the rest of my life. I'll lose it. Like, it needs to have an end date. You think the sub goal will help everyone feel like they contributed to the community and the activities we all do together? Yeah, I love that. I love that you feel that way. I think that's definitely a cool idea of like, you know, feeling like we're all working towards something that we can do together. I agree. Gonna switch over to your phone? Hell yeah. You finished it already? That's crazy. 5 more rows? Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. Y'all are doing great. Welcome back. Is it showing it whenever it... Okay, no, you can't see it. It's funny because I keep hovering over the tab that has Markiplier on it. So I get the little jump scare. Oh, you can sort the task list by checked. Thank you. Brilliant. You're halfway done with your task, one hand finished. That's awesome. You'll definitely make it then. You got plenty of time. Does anyone have any fun Halloween traditions? That's a great question. I wish I did. So y'all let me know what y'all are doing so I can steal your ideas. I think one of my favorite things to do for Halloween is definitely like a haunted trail or something. I'm a little bit too claustrophobic for haunted houses. I don't really like the idea of like going inside a place and then I can't easily leave if I need to. But I feel like a haunted trail or a haunted hayride is just right. You have a personal tradition of collecting quirky Halloween earrings? That's cute. Wearing onesies as our Halloween costume? So comfy. I have previously been working on, I have a skeleton duster that I made, and I have been intending, anyway, to, add to it year over year. I don't know if that's gonna happen this year because I think I would ideally like to remake it. Because I think I can do it better now, but we'll see. October's not over. You somehow get sick on Halloween every year? That's crazy. You're starting a tradition this year. You're gonna call your sister, say boo, and then hang up immediately. Barn Bunny, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. How are y'all doing today? We're discussing Halloween traditions at the moment. So if you have any fun Halloween traditions, definitely let us know. How is everyone? What were you up to today, Barn Bunny? Thank you for giving that shout out. Ever since my daughter was born, we always decorate with her and take her trick-or-treating. That's so sweet. I bet it's so fun to have a kid for Halloween. You had a crochet stream? That's awesome. What were you working on? If anybody's still got a project that they're working on, you can come and join in with us here. We've got a task list going, so if you have a task that you would like to add to the list, then you can get it checked off as you finish it. Your friends do something big each year for Halloween, like you went to go see the FNAF movie. That's fun. A big haunted house, and last year went to Six Flags. Oh, I miss Six Flags. I used to live in Atlanta, so we'd go to Six Flags over Georgia. Great time. This year you're doing an escape room about vampire hunters. That's fun. Her first Halloween she was an avocado, and you were toast. And your husband had a shirt that said, I love avocado toast. That's so cute. I love, like, dad really bringing it together with a dad joke, you know? You're replacing part of a Halloween t-shirt with some Granny Square stitches? That's awesome. And you dressed up as San from Princess Mononoke today for stream? Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. Getting in the Halloween spirit, I love it. Okay, let's see here. 40. Did you finish? Or is this a new one? Or weren't you doing this? Wasn't somebody... No. Crayon was doing account review. What is going on with the account review? He's eased into the dad joke aspect of his role. I love that for him. One of my friends has a little kid now. Oh gosh, how old is he? I'm so bad, I don't remember. I think he's got to be getting close to 2. He's at no. Actually, I think he just turned 1 not that long ago. So he's older than 1. But he, my friend was telling me how he was never really, like, into the whole concept of, matching outfits with your kid. Except for now that he's a dad, he's, like, so into it. It's adorable. They're adorable together. He's older than what? Look, I don't remember. He is older than 1 and younger than 2. Is that better? A lot changes when you have a kid. I bet it does. Yours is 3 now, and this year she wants to be a skeleton family. That's so cute. I love a good skeleton. I feel like I should explain what I'm working on if you don't know already. I am crocheting the Stardew Valley map, and it looks crazy right now because I'm on the backside today. But, I can show you all what the front looks like in a minute, if there's anybody still hanging out who would like to see. It's been 7 years since you had an infant to dress up for Halloween. The older 2 were both Skelly babies. That's cute. Your nephew's being born sometime this weekend? Well, it needs to have a Halloween little baby onesie, right? Since you usually make it professionally, this year Halloween will be easy. That's awesome. You don't get a lot of your kids at your house, so you started going over to your sister's house to help with handing out candy? Hell yeah. I wish that we got trick-or-treaters, but I live in an apartment building, and I feel like nobody ever trick-or-treats at apartment buildings. Like, this is... Every apartment building that I've ever lived in, it was the same thing. Like, we never got any trick-or-treaters. So we put out candy last year, but nobody came by. So we, you know, had to unfortunately eat the candy. Shucks, right? You live, not in a neighborhood. Yeah, you get 0 trick-or-treaters. Unfortunately. Drat. You go to a really busy street with a lot of houses. Yeah, enjoy it for as long as you can, Alessian. It's the best part, eating the unwanted candy. Yeah, for sure. You never thought you would match costumes with mini or small admin this year. You suggested you do Gravity Falls. I love that. Okay, so what are y'all doing then? Which characters? I love that. I love Gravity Falls. Everybody say thank you, Nightbot. Okay, I think I'm at a point now where I can flip this over and show you all what it looks like. If you have not seen this project yet, you can get a more zoomed out view by checking my socials. I post every week with an update on this project, but this is the Stardew Valley world map, and I am officially halfway done with it as of yesterday. So there's your little overview. Dragging things all over my desk doing that. You're waiting for the age your daughter can understand and appreciate Demon Slayer so you can dress up according. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Barn Bunny. Yeah, so much thread in the back. This is why we call it Spaghetti Day. Yeah, I can't wait to see it finished either. Your little one will be 1 year old and you're thinking you'll do a spooky cute family PJ. That sounds really fun. It never gets old seeing it in that much detail. He'll be Dipper and you'll be Seuss. You want the other three to match? Or if the other three want to match, that's fine. But they could be standalone costumes. That's gonna be really cute. I love that. Hello, Gustafer. Welcome in. Yeah, going good. Oh, Adele is coming soon, y'all. Get ready. I'm not gonna try and weave in the ends, no. I'll show you what I plan to do with them. So this is Sebastian, made in the same style, and you can see I finished him by sewing a piece of felt on for the backing. There's a piece of rigid backing board sandwiched in between here, and then I sewed the two of them together. If it'll focus, I can show you. There we go. Yeah, just sewed them together. And no weaving in required. Yes, Adele equals add hell. You're forever Stardew hubby? Yeah, me too. I can't stay away. What can I say? You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Sebastian looks good. Thank you. I agree. He does. Is it a felt backing? Yeah, it's just a piece of felt. Crochet question. Okay, I'm on a quest / challenge to finish like 10 Christmas gifts starting now. You want to make a wearable for mother Will a cardigan, poncho, or shawl be easier and or faster? Faster than what? So I would say out of the 3 of those... Oh, I'm sorry. I totally went... Those are all the same thing. No, they're not. I think out of the 3 of those... Well, first of all, it depends on the yarn that you're planning to use. I'm gonna say shawl, probably. Yeah, some shawls are fast. So, depends on... If you're gonna make a cardigan with chunky yarn, which I feel like is pretty typical, a lot of people do that, that's probably gonna be the fastest. I feel like the poncho is gonna be the slowest no matter what, because the circumference of the poncho tends to be so much. So either the shawl or the cardigan, but if you're gonna use like a really thin yarn for the shawl and not the cardigan, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that would be the deciding factor. The granny hexagon cardi can be made in like a week. Yeah, that's a great option too. I know that Passionate Kelsey, I believe, has the pattern out for one of them now too. Mountains of respect, but your project makes my fingers hurt. Oh, there's an... Okay, it's Adele time. You knit, but with 4.5mm needles and worsted weight yarn. Task complete. Hell yeah, Pumpkin Cat. Passionate Kelsey basically taught me how to crochet. Hell yeah. Welcome back from Adele, everyone. I was gonna say, I feel like it is less painful than you would think it would be to crochet this small, because I find that my grip is different from when I'm crocheting at a heavier weight. For example, I was working on some Ami recently with a 4mm hook, and I was like, oh my god, why is this so much worse? Like, why is my hand cramping up? So, it's not as bad as you'd think. What inspired you to crochet something so intricate? I really like tapestry as a concept to begin with. I have a background as an artist, so I did go to school for art. I have a bachelor's of fine arts in printmaking, and so, you know, two-dimensional, like creating a two-dimensional image is something that like I've been doing throughout my whole life, right? But getting into the map specifically, I started with the Stardew characters because one of my friends asked me for Alex's portrait. And so through some exploration, I figured out how I could do it in a way that was like more compact. and would have all the color options I need. And, you know, that whole process led me to Floss. And from there, I went to Sebastian's portrait because I was like, well, I want one for myself. I want my husband. And then I was going to do Krobus next. I'm still going to do Krobus because Krobus is also my favorite. But I just really felt like I wanted something more stimulating. I love to do something technical. I just get a lot out of challenging myself and feeling like I'm learning something new. So, you know, for me, this is it's a tasty little project, you know? I'm just a tradesman who knits as a way to relax. Yeah, absolutely. It's like different goals for sure. Like I also knit to relax, funnily enough, and crochet to relax. Like I have projects that are more geared towards fiber arts as a method for relaxation, but then I also have projects like this that are like I need to turn my brain on like all cylinders running hot as possible right now, you know? So it does you know, it's satisfying on multiple levels for me. And it's, you know, it's a special interest for sure. Why am I, a disabled neurodivergent individual, getting Marines ads? For real, whenever I get the Army ads, it's so funny. It's like, I'm not even allowed to join. You think Mosaic would be good for me to try? Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to trying it. There's a book, somebody I follow has a book that they put out that's like magical mosaic crochet patterns or something. Actually, I might be getting that mixed up with the cross stitch pattern book that I want to get. But there's one that's like in a similar vein. It's like they do a lot of like skulls and things like that. They have a bunch of mosaic patterns in there, and I really want to get that book. You need chaos to relax? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like tapestry crochet is so perfect because it hits that sort of the consistency and repetition at the same time as having like a lot of variety and like a lot of different things going on to focus on. So it's like the best of both worlds, and that's what my brain craves, is like both at the same time. You weld for a living and knit during your lunch break? Yeah, the irony of sitting and knitting on top of something I just built isn't lost on me. That's awesome. I love welding. I did welding for a little bit in college, not professionally, but for sculpture purposes, and I really enjoyed it. That's one of those things that's like, if I could go back and do it all over again, I think it would be so fun to like actually have like an education in welding and like do that for a living, because that shit's satisfying. My body probably would not like me doing that though. You would have loved to be educated in pottery? Hell yeah. Well, the good thing about a lot of like artistic pursuits like that is it's never too late to learn. Like, you can check and see if there's a pottery studio near you that has classes, things like that. You know, for a lot of arts, it's just like crochet. You make your own education. And it's different from other career fields, because a lot of other career fields, you need those credentials to really actually be able to do it. But pottery is definitely one of those things where it's like just purely skill-based. There's a bunch of dead bees in your mom's room? What's going on? Do you have a hive in your walls or something? You think you do? Get ahead of that, okay? For real, like, you don't want to leave that. So Eisenbuns, my wife, actually grew up in a house that had a beehive in the walls. And by the time they were able to get it taken out, it was literally the top of the ceiling into the foundations of the house. Like, an enormous fucking hive. Like, it's a problem that will just keep getting worse year over year. So... call a beekeeper is what I'm saying. Don't call an exterminator. Call a beekeeper. Oh yeah, he keeps not showing up. Yeah, tell her to try a beekeeper instead, because they can probably do a more effective job than just killing all the bees. Like, and it's just better to not kill bees too. Okay, we're going for whatever spirit is most likely to lie awake at night wondering why they said that one thing 5 years ago to the cashier. So when y'all do this shit to me, do you have somebody specific in mind, or do you just want to see how I interpret this shit? Most likely to lie awake at night wondering why they said that one thing 5 years ago to the cashier. So whichever one looks the most like me. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it this little bitch? Sorry. He's not a bitch. He's very cute. This guy is like anxiety personified. Y'all are so much farther ahead than me. I know, like, all of you are. Oh, a sword warbled so anxious. Did I get it right? Did I guess correctly? You have wanted to make sculptures, but Mrs. Abneen would like you to wait until you move. That way you can have a shop where you can store materials. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Set yourself on fire. Yeah, I get that for sure. It's difficult when you don't have proper studio space. Your gut says this is the right answer. I agree. I mean, the post-it note is basically like the receipt, right? This is like the ghost of that interaction, literally. Yeah, a big part of the reason that, like, I don't do printmaking anymore is because it's just too messy to have in, like, my normal office space. You know, my ideal is definitely to live in a house where I have, like, my own room to be the studio as opposed to, like, sharing the office space with my wife. And, like, I can, you know, do things like put a tarp down on the floor and, like, paint on the walls and whatever the fuck I want. But just, you know, every living situation I've had so far, it just has not been conducive to that whatsoever. So, you know, maybe someday I'll get back into, like, the really big stuff, but big messy stuff. You gotta go now. Thanks for hanging out, Yezi. Have a great day. Your task is done? Hell yeah. Your task is also done? Oh my god. Wait, are you on here? Oh, did I already accidentally... I may have accidentally already marked you off, so I'm glad that was accurate. Or maybe that happened during an ad break, I'm not sure. But I got you. Anxiety anti-squad in the Dead Tech Club, oh my god. You could do it now, but 14 years on the job, you've seen many things go awry. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to want to, take those precautions, for sure. It's just like we were talking about earlier, you know, it doesn't matter how experienced you are, there's some things that you just don't play around with. Okay, so I'll cut this. We're gonna walk into rooms sounding like Jeff Goldblum during club meetings. Yes. He's such a cutie. Technically, your tasks are done because both Small and Micro are sleeping? Hell yeah. Is it just knitting time for you now? You have to three more books to complete your shelf entirely dedicated to Percy Jackson. But you can't find the Lost Hero. I'm sure it'll be in the last place you look. Come here. Picking fluff out of the project periodically. You know how it goes. The candle is burned and I have said goodbyes to the old project. Now the question is, what yarn do I use for the new mood blanket? Oh, good job. Well, what do you have? Are you purely looking to buy new stuff? Do you have some stuff in your collection already that you can build off of? Oh, the baby's asleep in your arms? Uh-oh. Well, you're stuck then. Yeah, I know how that is. My cat falls asleep on me sometimes. You don't have the color scheme you want. You're thinking either pinks or purples, but you don't know what sort of yarn has the best selection of those. Well, do you know around what size yarn you're looking for? You just pick up the floof and go about your business? Absolutely not. That's a baby. They're too precious to move. Oh, okay, good luck with that, Mambo. Yeah, if you know weight 3 or 4, either cotton blend or acrylic. Okay. Pinks and purples. Do you know how many colors, how many different shades you're gonna need? I feel like Premier could be a good place to look. I feel like Premier Yarns has some good options. You didn't think that far ahead? Yeah, check out Premier Yarns. I know they have some good 100% cotton, but they also have some good blends that I feel like are pretty nice and soft. Not as sure about the acrylics because I haven't really looked at them for acrylics, but if not, I'm sure you can get some advice in the Discord. That's just all that's coming to me in the moment. Using knitting needles and keeping a skein of yarn neat while holding a baby seems like a bad parental decision. It's quite the juggling act, that's for sure. Does a children's adaptation of the Odyssey belong on my Percy Jackson shelf? Is that not what Percy Jackson is? I would say yes. Welcome back, Mambo. How's the dog? I love this yarn, has some great color options. Yeah, I bet you can find some secondhand if you wanted to. But fuck Hobby Lobby for real. $9.26. The Odyssey is like the mythology in Percy Jackson. Well, yeah, it's not the mythology, but I mean, it's like same idea. They're related. There you Oh, I put it back in the wrong place, that's why. I was like, what? That's not the right color. Yes, it is. It was just in the wrong spot. Hobby has good selection? Yeah. That's a good point. Hobie. Get ready, y'all. She's coming again. 5 minutes. A butterfly landed on your head? Oh my god. It's what you have available to you? Oh, I'm sorry, Scarlett. Bible Belt in Texas? Yeah, I know that vibe. I used to sometimes go there when I was in college, but I would space out my trips so that every time I went in there, I could use the 40% off coupon. And there was also a point in time where it was broken on the app, so it would let you use it every single day instead of only once a week. So, I like to think that it worked out. Michael's also has some good color options, it's true. And you know, if you can, ordering off of the brand website is always an option. I know it's nice to be able to feel it first, obviously, but if you know what you want, then you can get all of the colors that you need that way. Texas is so rough. You had to take one of your rainbow pins off because a customer poked your pin and asked you what it was for. What the fuck do you think it's for? The Joann's closed just as you were getting into yarn art. That's such a bummer. I know, it was so nice having it just down the street from me, but because it closed, I ended up going to look at another local craft store that is not so far from me, and it kind of slaps, so worked out, really. So you never know what hidden gems you can find, unless obviously you live in the middle of the country, and then there are no hidden gems because there is only country. Oh, you asked earlier what size hook I was using and then Twitch Mobile crashed on you. It's a 1.3 millimeter. Sorry that happened. Just got back from groceries. Welcome back. You got outed in front of the entire Hobby Lobby line and loudly proclaimed how much you love being a woman. I mean, okay, good for you. Do that then. Like, what does that have to do with me? God damn. God, the way that people will just interpret your personal decisions is like some kind of a fucking attack on them. Like, I let y'all do whatever the fuck you want in peace. Jesus. Some of these people, too, it's like, you love being a woman? Then act like it. Fight for your own fucking rights. Would never fucking act like that. Yeah, that's... The South is... Ugh. I'm from Georgia. And, yeah, that's just how things are. Sometimes it's definitely good not to fit in, because fuck normalizing that behavior. Oh, here's Adele. Adele is here. Welcome back, everyone. You're absolutely right, Abmeen. I wish that more people in this country felt that way and didn't treat basic respect and dignity and human rights as something that you needed to be granted according to whatever arbitrary factor, namely white privilege. That is certainly how people should think and feel, and it's just wild that they don't. And also, Southern hospitality, in my opinion, is just a smokescreen for being a petty asshole to people to their faces. You know, there's certainly there are charitable and actually nice people that live in the South, but Southern hospitality as a sort of cultural phenomenon has always struck me as just like a mechanism for sticking your nose in other people's business. Sometimes with rather alarming intent. Yeah, absolutely, Abneen. Never been to the South, but I've heard that bless your heart means you dumb idiot. Yeah, it can. It's not always. I mean, it's... I feel like there's a group of people, like a specific group of people that use it and mean it that way. And it's not a group of people that I was ever fitting in with, so... I feel like that concept is kind of shorthand for the idea that Southern ladies in particular treat you charitably because they pity you, if that makes sense. You inspire me to work on my unfinished crochet projects. This is so cool. Thank you so much, Squid Boo. Good luck to you. And if you would like to add anything to the task list for today to hopefully get done during stream, feel free. There's a little pinned post up there that talks about it. You really want to die on this hill? Yeah, that's a good way to put it for sure. Yeah, there are also definitely people who mean it genuinely as well. You've been lurking while finishing your cross stitch. Thanks for the immaculate vibes. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you being here, Fresh Mediums. It's an old habit from growing up in a Baptist Southern family. Understandable. Yeah, it's... The town that I grew up in was extremely Baptist, and that was not a fun situation for me. I was very happy to get out of there. Your family founded a Baptist church in your hometown? Jeez, you were in it. Do you add what you're working on after the task command? Yes, exactly. And then I will just copy paste whatever it is. Just a little bit easier for me that way rather than trying to interpret whether or not people want to put stuff on the list or what they want it to say. All in the intonation of your comment? Yeah, absolutely. Very straightforward. If I wanted someone to know I thought of them as a dumb idiot, I would just say that. See, that I can respect. On a much lighter and potentially gayer note, who is everyone's go-to Stardew spouse / Crocus? I love Crocus so much. My favorite like happy medium is to download the mod that lets you romance multiple people, and then I can have Sebastian and Crocus in my house. You're crocheting Glep from Smiling Friends. That's so cute. I feel like that goes with your username. What is, okay, I'm realizing, what is your goal for today? Like, are you trying to get a certain amount of the way done with that project? So the task list is like, so that we can check off how much, like, if you got your goal for today done, if that makes sense. You want to finish all the green, okay. Perfect. All right. Sebastian, someday Haley. Yeah, I feel like Haley and Alex are the two that really in particular, like it changes things if you romance them in a gay way. We got Aaliyah enjoyer, Shane, Elliot. I also really enjoy Elliot. Sebastian and Haley. Hell yeah. Another Haley. We were planning on knitting more of the dark blue and white hat on stream today. Just gonna wait until tomorrow? That's fair. It sounds like you have your hands full. Your name is Alex, and every time someone says Alex, you're like, what's happening? Yeah, that's understandable. My last name is a common first name, and when I was in school for a very long time, I had someone in class with me who had that first name, so every time their name would get called, I'd be like, wait, is it me? No, it's not me. It's okay. You thought Elliot was a girl at first? Can get that. Yeah, if you only see the sprite. Yeah, I love Elliot. It's so cheesy, but like I just love the poem that he writes you after you marry him and he like goes on his little book tour. Oh, I want to make that eventually. I want to crochet that eventually. You don't play Stardew? You prefer Pokemon and Minecraft? I like Minecraft too. I think that you're still in good company for sure. I feel like we probably have a lot of Pokemon and Minecraft enjoyers in here. That's why you say he's the most lesbian choice. No, for real, I feel like there is definitely something decidedly sapphic about Elliot. Stardew Coffee Shop AU? Okay. Somebody, what was it? Was it Choco Chip? What's the username? The Clinton Elliott shipper? Tell them that they have to do that next. New question, favorite starter, like favorite starter farm? I think that the forest farm is goated. Oh, I'm sorry, we're talking about Pokemon. Well, we can talk about two things. Favorite starter Pokemon and favorite farm type. Let's go. I feel like the Pokemon question is harder for me because I am not as well versed in Pokemon. So I feel like for me, I really only know the original ones. But Aurora said Bulbasaur, so I feel like it's okay. Yeah, Forest Farm is peak, absolutely. You never run out of wood, like, ever. I think that Meadowlands is also really fun, but, like, I still, like, Forest Farm is the way to go. Maybe for me... I feel like Charmander. I'm just gonna be a basic bitch and say Charmander. I mean, there are just so many good Pokemon, it's like, why limit it to starters, right? What's your favorite, like, yeah, let's do that too. Like, not just starter, but what's your favorite Pokemon out of all of them? That you know. Because there's so many. Who knows all the Pokemon? Raise your hand if you know all the Pokemon. You like the forager farm? Okay, absolutely. Weasel. You know all the ones that matter, Scarlet. Shade Shadow, do you really? That's crazy. You like Squirtle? I think Squirtle's a solid choice. The small, like, Chespin. Y'all are talking about all these Pokemon. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. You're not a Pokemon girly, it's your nerd shame. That is so fair, Lashes. Like, I know some from the Pokemon series, you know, the Pokerap, but I should say the Pokemon series from my childhood. What is it? With Ash Ketchum, Pokemon Red, I think. But not very much. I don't remember the whole Pokerap, for sure. Not trying to imply that I am that cool. That ADHD hyperfixation, yeah, understandable. You have one more grainy cluster on your round and you're out of yarn. No. That's terrible. Did you make a gauge swatch? Perhaps? Can you go rip up your gauge swatch? Why would you do such a thing? Look, I was just checking, okay? You never know. Some people are like that. Every once in a while, I will do it, and then, you know, sometimes I do in fact rip it up because I'm having an emergency. You always love the 90s show? Yeah, it was such a good time. You know the original 151, but you've been watching the X and Y series together, and that's why you're familiar with that? Totally. Yeah, every once in a while, like, every 5 years or so, like, I'll have a Pokemon renaissance, and then I'll, like, know something about Pokemon for a minute. Like, God, what was it? I think I played... the one that had the lions as the starters. What was that? Was that Sun? Did I play Sun? It was a while back when I was in college, I guess. I had a 2DS. That's what I played it on. And then more recently, I got... oh my god, what are the names of these games called? I don't remember. The more recent one on the Switch. Gauge swatches are for people with much more emotional strength than I have. Or, you know, for when I actually need to, like, write a pattern and make sure that people who have the pattern have all the information that they need and that I'm doing it correct. I guess that would be a good time to make a gauge swatch, too. As an elder millennial, you just never got into the Pokemon show. You were too absorbed by the American Girl books. Why is that such a, like, classic, like, I'm too old for such childish things. I'm gonna read my American Girl doll books. Did anyone read Artemis Fowl? Fuck yeah, I read Artemis Fowl. Gregor the Overlander was also a very good one. Oh, you named your puppy after Holly? That's so cute. You were 100% snotty holier than thou about Pokemon. You finished Shade Shadow? That's awesome. Good job. You're gonna head out. Have a great night. Some more of this. Gotta tap out? That's totally okay. Oh, sorry that you're having a hard time. Well, only one row left is great. You knocked out a lot. I feel like sometimes it's good to set really big goals so that, you know the best that you can do, and then if you do less than that, it's like, well, I still accomplished a lot. It's good to know when to rest. Yes, get cozy. Hi Golgi, how's it going today? I'm doing pretty good. Most of the way through this row now. It's going pretty smoothly actually. You're all done, Lashes? Good job. Okay, and I release Scarlet from their obligation. Okay, we're thinning this list down. What are you up to today, Golgi? You working on anything? Getting ready for bed? You just did some school stuff and streamed? Hell yeah. Nice to take it easy. Oh my gosh, welcome in. Hi Pom 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 Yarn and Goth Crafter. You just came from Instagram. Glad you caught me. What are you working on today? If you would like to, if you have a goal for today while the stream is going, you can add it to the list. I got a little pin post up there to explain how. And we also have Adele coming to visit us again in about another minute or so. So everyone please brace yourselves. It's the ad break approaching. You got your new crochet hooks? Hell yeah. She is coming scary. The need for the buff Adele sticker is mighty. Okay, so here's the question. Well, I guess I'll ask this after the ad break is over, because I don't want to get cut off. You're working on a crochet blanket. You drew up your partner as a one-piece character and threw that into Stitch Fiddle. Hell yeah, that sounds really fun. Thank you, Mambo. Okay, Adele is here. Adele has arrived. Welcome back from Adele, everyone. That sounds awesome, Gothcrafter. How is your room dirtier than when I started? What is happening? That's very just peak ADHD of you. When you're supposed to be cleaning and it just kind of turns into like you looking at all of your possessions. We're safe from Adele, at least for now. Okay, so the question that I was gonna ask, does it need to be, so does this need to be the emote as is, or does it need to be Kingpin with Adele's face on it, or does it need to be the buff Junimo with Adele's face? Or do there need to be two? She'll be back once she's done rolling in the deep. God, that makes her sound like an eldritch horror. The Marky Kingpin is great. I mean, it could be two things. We could have two different things. I also like how low resolution that thing is. For no reason. I know that there has to be a better image. You agree it needs Adele's face? I mean, it's appropriate. Cthulhu with her face? The possibilities truly are endless. Adele's face must be present to haunt us. Bill Steifer, but instead of Adele, the eye, it's Adele. Oh my god. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Y'all ready? I want everyone to put their ideas into Discord for what the emote needs to be. Where do we need to put them? Where are we gonna collect them? I guess, okay, memes. Memes make sense to me. So everyone put your idea for what the emote needs to be into memes. You can do as many as you want to. And next stream, we'll do a vote. And whatever wins, you know, we'll see if we need to do one or two. Whatever wins, that'll be the next emote. You're working on a masterpiece. Editing skills not required. If you can't figure out how to make it happen, that's okay too. I'm sure we can all put our heads together. So let your imaginations run wild. I'm scared, but also delighted. I'm looking forward to all of these emotes floating around the starting soon screen. Everyone who isn't in stream right now is gonna be so confused. Well, y'all will have to spread the word. Unless you're trying to be strategic to cut out the competition, in which case, I respect it. I'm not gonna tell y'all how to play this game. I can just I can hear everyone's brain whirring right now. In this dog-eat-dog world, we must cut out the competition at every chance. Making emotes is cutthroat business. You're cracking yourself up? I love that. I'm so excited. Found me on Insta and love this piece so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today, kitty. Just in time for Chaos Hour. Yeah, we're about 15 minutes early, but here it comes. This is the next show. No, you're so right. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, worry not, you can still participate by heading over to the Discord and posting in the meme channel. You can find the Discord by going through my website. Don't tell them that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, if they're here, then they already know, so... Adele Kraken, she's rolling in the deep sea. Oh my god. You're aiming to win big, Scarlet. I respect it. You want to know you won because you really were just better than everyone else. Makes sense. You're not immune to dad jokes. Who is? You know? People who think that they're too good for dad jokes just need to get a sense of humor. You're genetically predisposed. You're already done? Oh my god. I'm waiting. You did that so fast. You tried to color match? I think you did a good job. God, she really highlights just how tiny his head is. Hang on, let me, There it is. Gotta make sure y'all can see. There are tears in my eyes. The greatness leaking out from creating a masterpiece. Okay, so we've got, I feel like we've got options now. I'm thinking about this, which I did say there could be more than one. So it's like we've got an option now for like when you need to gird your loins because she's on the way. But now we also need the announcement of like she's here, right? I feel like maybe that's where the two different ones come into play, right? We've got the kingpin to announce that she's coming, and then maybe the Cthulhu element is to say that she's here, right? Yes. Precisely. Same brain, Scarlet. You're Take it easy, Mambo. Take a deep breath. Yes, credit to Eyelashes. It's in the name and everything, you know? Not the hello! Oh my god! I'll be here all week because I'm at home. Same. Okay, if you have a task left to do, you better kick it into high gear, because I'm getting close over here. Don't let these clowns distract you. You've already submitted your entry. Yeah. Let them figure it out for themselves, right? Cutthroat, remember? We're being cutthroat here. Is crochet content creation your full-time work? Yeah, right now it is. I am trying to be self-employed. It's hard, but, you know, I like to learn by doing. You could also have one for after the ad break with the buff Junimo Adele, hello from the other side. Okay. I feel like... Yup. Y'all do what you gotta do. You're making strong cases here. How did I get into this situation where it's like I don't even like Adele, and then suddenly the chat is just full of references to Adele songs? It's like, what have I done? Yeah, somebody team up with Lashes. No, Lashes, please. I know, Mambo, like, what is wrong with us? Truly. Hey, don't worry. Like I said, you don't have to have a finished image to submit the idea. I am willing to edit things too. But not all of them, so... Yeah, this is like a perfect example of us getting ourselves in trouble in the pursuit of chaos. Is it a gift? Is it a disorder? We will never know the truth of genetic dad jokes. This is possibly the most chaotic it's been today. I don't know. I feel like the girth conversation was pretty chaotic. That's gonna be hard to top. I heard that giggle back there. It's a pretty good one. I didn't even mean to do that. Crochet Club Monday is gonna feel so bland compared to this. No, that's just your opportunity to brainstorm. Wow. People are gonna come in here and not know what's going on and think that we actually like Adele. Well, I'm sure some of you do, and that's totally fine. Never again. I think that Lashes has been given too much power. You came back from a shower and you were very confused for a hot minute. Juju, you've missed so much. Juju needs to see the masterpiece. Okay, brace yourselves. So we've been busy. You should know, we should know you routinely out dad joke your partner, an actual dad. Impressive. We have the master with us. Any Star Wars enjoyers? You are? Hell yeah, Gothcrafter. If you, who's your favorite Jedi Your birthday is National Star Wars Day? Hell yeah. Yeah, okay. Who's your favorite Jedi, and or if you were a Jedi Master, who would you be? I don't know if those questions are interchangeable or not. Mace Windu, solid fucking choice. You're under 5 feet, so you gotta say Yoda. Qui-Gon Jinn, I'm with you, Gothcrafter. Like, I get that the prequels are kind of not very good, but... Ooh! He made that look so good. Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor carried that film. Oh, you've run out of your second color? What is going on? That's definitely put me in that sandwich moment. Also Darth Maul? Holy shit. When you and your partner dress up, he gets Qui-Gon and you're Darth Maul. I feel like that's the hottest way to do it. Yeah. No, I agree. You're tall on the inside. Oh, I wish I got same-day delivery on my yarn, but I knew if I got it tomorrow, all I would be able to do is crochet all weekend and not do any of your homework. Yeah, that's fair. Hoping to make some good sales to buy it. Hell yeah, good luck with that, Mambo. Yeah, what are everybody's weekend plans? I feel like now is the time to discuss that for sure. Oh. The ad break has started. Need some more of this guy. We are safe from Adele once more. Let me read through these here. Okay. Killjoy, you're going to a vampire D&D session at a tattoo shop. That sounds fun as hell. Looking for clothes at Goodwill for your Halloween costume this year? Oh, great choice. I need to go thrifting soon, really bad. Going to the mall for your friend's birthday and writing an essay. That's half fun. D&D again, the final act of your 5-year campaign that you've DM'd. That's so cool. Is this like the actual final game, Scarlett? You haven't started on the essay and you've known about it for a week? Well, I mean, obviously you do your best work at the last minute, right? You got your market tomorrow morning and hoping to maybe stream on Sunday? Hell yeah. I don't know if people know that Adele line. Hello? You don't know if people know hello? They're after a serial killer? Ooh. Hoping for a chill weekend and keeping an eye on your new sourdough starter? Good luck with your new baby. Truly. The killer took a party member's arm? Holy shit. I've always wanted to do a murder mystery campaign. That sounds so fun. You want to play D&D, but you don't have friends who play D&D? Highly recommend looking into online groups or like if you have a local game shop or something. Make sure you're not within projectile distance. You're going to homecoming tonight with your ex and then having a movie night tomorrow with the same ex? Hell yeah. What movie are you gonna watch? Or movies? Very messy K of us. I mean, I commend y'all for still having a good relationship. I think that that needs to be like more common. You know, obviously if it's bad for irredeemable reasons, that's one thing, but like I think it's wonderful to like, you know, still be friends with someone even if you are not in a place to have a romantic commitment to them. No movies have been decided yet. Probably some documentaries. Ooh, like what flavor? What kind of documentaries do you usually like? I am partial to cult stuff in particular. Some true crime. I feel like there have been a lot of good documentaries lately. Back at it again with the cults. We've done it. This weekend you also have to keep working on a blanket that you've been crocheting for a while. You just keep getting distracted with other whiffs. Yeah, relatable. Would you say that the party member is unarmed? Okay, Lashes. I just gotta say, disarmed was right there. That's all I'm gonna say. You have to redo the blanket you're working on? No. Your mom will put on a random true crime documentary, and I'll be like, boring, not into it, and then 5 minutes later I'm so heavily, but that is so real. You're welcome. Good collaborative effort, Lashes. She's the bard and barely fights with weapons. They finally found a way to disarm her. There you go. You did a campaign based off the actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf meme. Oh my god. For your first campaign, that's wild. You started and stopped it years ago, and when you looked at it recently, you realized you dropped like 4 stitches? Oh no. I feel like I have a hard time coming back to projects that I've put down for that long, generally speaking, so sometimes I feel like it's better to just start over, because it's like, I don't know, I'm so out of touch with what I was doing last time. You watched the Amy Bradley one recently and it was good. You've also been binge watching different docs on watermelon. Oh. Luckily it's just a blanket so it won't hurt me emotionally to start over. Good. Unhinged D&D is the best. Yeah, I think it can be a lot of fun for sure. You're heading out to pick up your niece from school. Have a great day, Juju. Thanks for hanging out. Third color has run out. What is going on over there, Mambo? Oh, it was planned. The goal. Okay, you're doing a stash buster. That's good then. That's the wrong color, but it's close enough. You're gonna have to buy more, but it was definitely planned. I really want to do a fun, scrappy project like that at some point. You don't think you'll be finishing by the time you'd like to, but you'll have it for next year? Yeah, absolutely. What am I planning for the back when I finish this? So I can show you an example in 1 second here. So this is a piece I did previously, same technique and everything, and then when I finished it, I go through, I knot all of my ends and trim them down, and then I go over it with like a kind of a watery layer of glue just to make sure that none of those knots unravel since they're cut so short. And then I cut a piece of backing board for it, and sandwich that in between the front and a piece of felt here, and I sew them together. So the map will be finished in the same way, but I'm potentially going to maybe see if I can get a sheet of aluminum or something in there so that I can make it magnetic, and then I want to make little like head pins, like a magnetic crochet the little heads of all the villagers so that I can move them around the map and stuff. Okay, done for today. You can see Pierre's is gonna appear very shortly. Joja Mart will be coming into view soon. Got the farm well underway. Getting started on that second half. Appear more like a Pierre. Oh my goodness. Lashes, you've got competition. I feel like you're getting faster on stream. I think so too. I'm like flexing that muscle of like learning how to crochet and read at the same time, which is cool. You know, I feel like the whole process has been like me adjusting and getting more comfortable, and I feel like starting where I did with it, like getting to start in the middle of the ocean, was probably really good for me in the long run, because it gave me the opportunity to get really, really comfortable with the size and weight and everything, and you know, the way that floss behaves and all of that, without having to deal with the complication of like all of the color changes and stuff. So yeah, and like I think just in general I'm getting more comfortable now with working the map. So yeah, I mean, the fact that I'm an hour ahead of where I was the first couple of streams. So that's pretty good, for sure. Thank you so much, Mambo. I appreciate that. You're logging out of work and your Friday brain overlooked the same weird problem like 4 times. Yeah, you definitely need your break, for sure. Let's see here. Okay. Thank you, Scarlett. I appreciate that. Mambo and Scarlet are gunning for you. Okay. Squid Boo, Alessian, how are you doing? Did you get your tasks finished? Do you need one last push there? We're checking in on you. You kinda quit? That's okay. Clear your head. You can come back to it. You're gonna get that mall trip. Quitting is okay, absolutely. The floor was clean enough and the desk was getting overwhelming. Yeah, I mean, I think floor is more important anyway. And you know, I think a really good hack for cleaning with ADHD too is like, sometimes you just need to put everything that needs to get put away into like a basket and then deal with actually putting that stuff away later, you know? Like, clean doesn't have to mean perfect. Okay, y'all want to go check out I Paint Burbs? They rated me not so long ago, and they are live now, so we can go and see what they're doing over there. It looks like maybe they're painting an owl. That sounds fun. Wait, let me actually do it, though. Hang on, I'm doing the other thing. Yeah, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. You have the 2 legs finished? That's excellent. Hey, you got a piece of it done. If y'all don't mind hanging on for this raid, I'd really appreciate that too. And then I will see y'all on Discord. I'll see y'all next week. And we'll have our little vote on what our next emote should be. Raid command. If you're unfamiliar, is evil raid with whatever your favorite emotes are. Or your most, I should say your most evil looking emotes. And I will see y'all over there. Have a great night, everyone.
Because, you know, we can do whatever the fuck we want. Hello? Both. Evil Raid. Raiders, welcome in. JackEvilStreams. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for the evil raid. Listen, yeah, we can do whatever the fuck we want. Evil raiders, don't do too much evil or else I will have to send this owl after you, okay?